All right, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and shalom to elect out their personal word in sincerity and in truth. My name is Nazar Khad. This is GMS Precepts, and as you can see here in this article, this is from nationalinterest.org. The title reads, "Could America really stop a North Korean nuclear missile attack?" Right? It says right here, what? The answer is probably not. Right? I'm going to read a couple inserts from this article. Well, I could read this one. It says, "We have as much chance of intercepting a North Korean missile as the president does of scoring a hole-in-one," which was said by arms control expert Joseph Sirosione, president of the Plowshares Fund, told the National Interest. So I'll read a few excerpts from this article, and then I'll get to the scriptures that I have waiting. It says here what possible but unlikely. It says the U.S. National Missile Defense System, particularly the component designed to protect the American homeland itself, is not designed to defeat anything other than the most rudimentary of threats. Indeed, the weapon called ground-based mid-course defense has an abysmal track record. Right? It says the flight test record of the system is 10 for 18, and these tests have occurred under scripted and controlled conditions, meaning the realism of the test is limited. Kingston Reef, director of the Disarmament of Threat Policy, whatever. It reads on, the system has only been tested once against the ICBM class target. 20 of the 32 interceptors deployed in Alaska are armed with an older kill vehicle that has not had a successful test since 2008. The system has never been tested against complex countermeasures that North Korea could develop to try to fool the U.S. defenses. Right? So this is pretty much why the scriptures speak of America, and I have that scripture also speak of America or Babylon being considered or being called the land of unwalled villages, man, because there's no defense for. So why would see that once again? There goes that pride of America, man. Why would you talk shit to another country that has nuclear capability when they can blow you out the map just as easy, man, and you have no defense against it? Right? But that's just the Most High hardening America, just like he hardened Pharaoh before he took them down. Right? So it continues. The GMD would only stand a chance of intercepting an incoming ICBM under the most ideal circumstances. We can only hit North Korean missiles if the enemy cooperated. They would have to launch a limited attack, that is only one or two missiles, no decoys, jammers, or other countermeasures such as a tumbling warhead. Don't blind our defenses by attacking the vulnerable forward deployed radars that detect and track the missiles, and do it during the day, as we have never tested our defenses at night. The last ICBM test was at night, by the way. Mind you, they did the last 10 for 18. They were successful in only 10 for 18 of those controlled ICBM defense tests. All right. I'll read this. It says the U.S. system, and I'll leave the article in the description so brothers could read it. It says the U.S. system designed to defend the U.S. homeland against limited ICBM attack from North Korea, known as ground-based mid-course system, currently consists of 36 interceptors, 32 in Alaska and 4 in California, and a network of supporting radar, sensors, and control. That's pretty much the gist of it. Basically, this it's saying what? That America does not have a defense for it, man. Right? And all these missiles, unless the only way they can have a chance of defending it is if they do some weak attack where it's controlled. They don't deploy any countermeasures like it says here, a tumbling warhead or send dummy missiles or whatever, which no country, if they really want to wipe you out, is going to do that, right? And North Korea has been on record as saying that it's willing to wipe America off the face of the earth, man. Right? You see, they had a celebration where they put America being destroyed by missiles on the big screen, and everybody was clapping, cheering, you know. And Kim Jong Un was said that he's willing to go out in a blaze of glory, so to speak, meaning he's willing to take out America even if America counterattacks him with missiles and destroys North Korea. He's willing to do that, right? But I'll get to the scriptures. This is Joel, the 2nd chapter. I'm just gonna get to the point. It says, I'll start at 7. Like I said, I'm just I could start from 1, but I'm gonna go from verse 7. It says, verse 7: They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march everyone on his ways. They shall not break their ranks. And what's that speaking of? That's speaking of those missiles being shot off not only by North Korea but by these other countries. Right? Every one of these missiles that gets shot off to its intended target, America, will hit, man, and they will do damage. Right? Verse 8 says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall fall upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Right? So what weapon can do that? And I'll read verse 10. It says, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw from their shining. So what weapon can make the earth quake? Right? Those ICBM missiles, man. And like this article is saying, basically, if North Korea or any other country shoots off missiles at America, America's toast, man. There's no defense for it. Right? I got one more scripture. This is in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Like I said, I'll go straight to the point. This is verse 21. It says, then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, which is speaking of those silos, right? Those missiles getting shot off out of those silos. As from a well-drawn bow, they shall fly to the mark. That mark is what? America, man. And it tells you in Joel that none shall break their ranks. Every one shall march on his own ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Meaning the target is what? America, and every missile that's shot off from whatever country, whether it be Russia, Iran, China, North Korea, whoever shoots off missiles towards America, right? All those missiles that get shot off towards America, they're all going to hit its mark. That mark is what's known as Babylon or the Virgin. That's a matter of fact. That's why. That's another reason why it's called the Virgin Daughter of Babylon, because no war has ever touched here in America, right? Now, one might say, "Oh, well, you had 9/11, and the Arabs flew the planes into 9/11. That was orchestrated by your government, man." Right? One might say, "Oh, well, what about Pearl Harbor?" Once again, that was a situation that was orchestrated by your government. By the term they refer to as order apkeo, which is what? Order out of chaos. The whole Pearl Harbor thing was an excuse to go into that Second World War, right? The whole thing of 9/11 was an excuse to bring in the Patriot Act and then go into and invade and take over the Middle East, So that wasn't really war on the shores of America, but pretty soon war will be on the shores of America, and it's going to be real, right? So America won't be considered a virgin anymore, right? That's why it's considered the virgin daughter of Babylon. All right. So that's the article I came across, and I wanted to bring that out. Could America really stop a North Korean missile? No. And if it can't stop a North Korean missile, it sure enough can't stop the missiles that Russia has, right? Because Russia has what's called the Satan II, and it's undetectable, man, by any missile defense. You know, one of those missiles can wipe out a state or country the size of Texas. One missile, and then 5 can wipe out the whole East Coast. So that's from Maine all the way down to Florida. Gone. All right, 5 of those missiles. So, look, man, these are other nations aren't playing with America, and according to biblical prophecy, America is that lake of fire, and we're approaching that time soon. So this is just more proof to validate the scriptures, validate the destruction of America, validate that America has no defense against these missiles, man. All right. So until the next show, shalawam.